Hey guys, so it is 10:20. This will be my afternoon/evening video. I'm here in Pomona, California. Moon is out, not quite a full moon, bright as could be. No stars. You can hear Dodger fans yelling from a couple of bars. I'm in this little downtown area that's very, very cool. A little bit overwhelming today for a lot of reasons, and then yet the journey and the people, it's just amazing. So anyway, let's start with the day. We spent most of the day watching some college football, had some lunch. I left, and I was listening to some music that was given to me by a friend back in Albuquerque, and it's amazing how certain songs at the right time just hit you. And there were some beautiful songs, and another one that was so special to me that you folks wouldn't know, I don't think. If you could look up somebody named Kelly McGuire on iTunes, I don't know if he's on there or not. He's got some amazing music. And Bob and Sue shared them with me the same way I shared Phil Vassar with people. And I was sitting in the car, I'd gotten some fast food, and I was sitting down in the car, listening to the music on the CD, and the tears are pouring down my face. The car's another story I'll explain later, how that came to be, but we'll worry about that later. So, this whole last week has already started to be emotional as I think back, and then the song hits. And I actually wrote a chapter of the book right there, and for the first time, I've shared a part of the book with somebody. I sent it to Bob and Sue. I don't know why I just felt compelled to. Part of it's because they drove the bus on that portion. So, as I said, I do the book every day, or at least a portion of it. I'll polish it up and add to it, take from it, but that's kind of what I do. So I sent it with them. So that was kind of a neat experience. When I get done with that, and I had a nice afternoon at a quiet place here in Pomona, and spoke to the kids. Had a nice night. I said, well, I wanted to kind of watch the Dodger game. A little early yet to call it a night. Secondarily, I don't really have a place to call it a night, but that's fine. And I say that, and people reach out. Don't. I'm fine. But anyway, so I came here to town, and it's funny how you have places. There's a Crazy J's across the way over there, but I didn't go into Crazy J's. I came into this little Irish pub downstairs, and sat next to a gentleman named Marvin. I took a picture with him. He's on the website, or he's on the Facebook page. Talking to Marvin, terrific guy. Marvin said something I thought was so funny. He grew up in Compton in East LA. He knows the roughest neighborhoods. He talked about my journey in Pennsylvania. He's like, look, I went to that part of the country. I stayed in Camden. He goes, and he told me a story I won't share with you, maybe in the book, but he shared a story about Camden, and he said, I swore I was never going back to New Jersey if I survived that night. He goes, I grew up in South Central. That is the roughest place I've ever been to. And I laugh about that. I've been to Camden. I spent a lot of time in Camden, actually. It really is a rough place. But it's funny how places kind of get a reputation, and like he said, he's like, I'm from South Central. We're tough. And it's not, there's some really rough places and some rough people, but it did not compare to my 2 days in Camden. He was there for business. He goes, I was afraid to go to Philadelphia because Camden's smaller. So if Philadelphia's like that, I won't make it out alive. But luckily, Philadelphia's not like that. So I sat down and talked with Marvin for quite a while, and then there was a gentleman came to the bar. I just posted a picture of Tomas, and a few things just blow my mind. But people tell me things I never thought I could imagine. So I have his permission. I asked him if I could. Let me talk about Tomas for a moment. So Tomas, I asked how old he is. Tomas just got out of serving 25 to life from both San Quentin and Folsom Prison for murder. So the story goes, and again, this is just simply me meeting somebody in a bar and talking to him. The story goes that he was home and somebody was breaking into his house in the middle of the night, and he took out his gun and he shot him. but the person tried to flee, and while he was shot, was fleeing into the front yard, and he went to his front door and shot him again. But because he shot him on his front yard, I guess, I don't know enough about legalities, the defending your home or right to whatever, right to defend or whatever, ended at that doorway, and he got convicted of murder. Along the way, he ended up essentially losing his child. And there's a lady on the phone yelling. So hold on, let her go by. Okay, so she's gone yelling. So here I am meeting, talking with Tomas, and he's a gentleman that served 25 years in the roughest prisons our country has to offer. And when I asked him about it, you know, he's like, look, I was, you know, someone came in and I had my daughter there, and there isn't anything that's gonna come between my daughter. You know, I'm gonna come between my daughter and any harm that there is hating this. And this is what he did. And so when I mentioned in my Facebook post that there's some tragedy there, but there's still some honor. Like I said, I know myself. If anybody, I don't know, if anybody messes with my kids, it's gonna be, you know, I'll do something stupid and ask questions or think correctly or see later. Wow, the motorcycle by. Hang on, guys. Pomona, who knew? Anyway, I think I missed them. I think the Dodgers got out of the inning because I heard people yelling over there at Crazy Jays. Anyway, so, you know, this meeting Tomas was just sort of not interesting. It was interesting, but, you know, I asked him, so what's it like, you know, when you were told that you got granted parole? And he said in his accent, he said, I pissed myself. I said, from fear, from joy, from whatever he said from all of the above. So, how you doing? So he said all of the above, you know. And one of the things he mentioned to me is while he's out, much like in the movie Shawshank Redemption, he's having a hard time getting assimilated back to culture and society. When he went in, they didn't have cell phones that are basically handheld computers. They didn't have this technology. And he's down. I said, how are you working? How? He said, no, I worked before I went in, and I had some Social Security, so I collected Social Security. I live off of that. And but you know, there was no bitterness, and I'm not sure that there's a reason to be bitter. But there's no, I don't know. It was just interesting for one to meet a person that's been convicted of murder. But the way he was talking to me, as so matter-of-factly, I don't know if that's him, if that's me, what it is. You know, hearing about some of what he went through, asking stories. I've never been to prison, so I don't know, but I'm only imagining, you know, things I've seen from movies and stuff like that. But yeah, he was scared getting out. He's grateful he's out. He never expected to get out. And then this was kind of freaky. He wanted me to take a picture. I said no. He pops his friggin' eye out, and he got into a scrap when he was in prison. His first 2 months there, he was a new guy. He stabbed him in his eye, lost his eye, pulls out a glass eye. He's holding his hands. That's $18,000 right there. Thank you. I don't need to see that. But anyway, I'm just sharing these stories with you. Like I said, I didn't speak to him enough to get some insight, kind of thing. You know, he told me the story, told me how it happened, shared a little bit about prison life with me. Like I said, took out a glass eye. He got stabbed in his second month in because he was a new guy and refused to, I guess, join a gang or something like that. He was just finding his way around. And, you know, life takes on a different meaning for somebody that's been incarcerated for 25 years. You know, again, as I mentioned the other day, I'm worried about a bill or two. This guy was facing, you know, a 6x9 cell for the rest of his life. So anything's got to be better than, there's got to be gravy compared to that. So anyway, you know, people have told me, Jim, just do your thing. I put out on one of my videos today, you know, should I just keep walking or should I take and go see some sights? And the majority of people have responded and said, you know what, Jim, this is your journey, man. We've been blessed to be part of it. Go do your thing. You're going to find people wherever you go. Some people pointed out, actually, very true. Marvin, you out, buddy?
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. Well, have a good night. Very nice to meet you, man. Thank you. All right.
Sarah has your...
Oh, my charger on?
Yeah, your charger. Yeah, see, I told her to take it.
All right. Thank you, Marvin. I'll be right back then. Thank you, buddy. Good luck to you. All right. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you soon. All right.
Have a good one.
There's Marvin I talked about a little bit earlier. Heading out. Very deep voice. He should be in radio. But so most people say, hey, Jim, you know what? Do what you gotta do. Go see sights, man. Go take advantage. You may not get back again. And guess what? There's going to be people there, and you might even see people from different parts of the country or the world even, and who knows. So all I know is for tomorrow, I'm going to be in a town called Covina, or West Covina. I'm not sure if I think they're two different towns, but I'll be there looking for a place to just settle down and watch some football, and plan the rest of the kind of the journey as I go. You know, it's been wonderful. It's been magnificent. If you told me before I left I was going to sit down and share a beer with a gentleman that served 25 to life and was convicted of murder, I never would have believed that. But yet, you know, I hugged him. I told him I loved him, and he hugged me back and loved me, and said, "Thank you, man. Thank you for not hating on me." And I don't think he said hating on me. He used a different phrase, but I forgot what it was. Anyway, like that's what this world is. Like I said, Marvin just walked by, said, "Forget about South Central. Anything you hear, Camden is where you need to wait." Everyone's got different opinions, different personalities, different whatever. So I'm gonna go back in, finish up. I just heard Marvin say I left my phone charger in there. I'll get my phone charger, maybe watch a couple innings of the baseball game, and be on my way for the night. So I just want to check in with you guys, let you all know I'm safe. Life is good. I got no problems. I don't want you to worry about me. I know you guys are, and I appreciate that. The positivity, the support, and the encouragement I've received in the last 24 hours from people, knowing I'm on my home stretch and wanting me to finish and get back safe has been just phenomenal. So I love you guys all for that. Thank you. Love my children, Grace, Kira, Landon. I love you guys so very much. I can't wait to be back home with y'all. I will be next week. Guys. But you know what? The best part of the journey still may lie ahead. I don't know. Thanks to everybody for everything. Love you, and have yourself a great night.